Meeting in person now. Got everybody looking at me.
And if no questions, we're done.
No. Armando, just talk about your game because, at times it just looked like it was so easy for you out there tonight. And you spoke about how defenses are playing you this year. What was it that NC State was doing wrong for you to be able to dominate the way that you did?
Yeah, going into today, we knew we had the advantage inside, especially with them not having Manny Bates. And, just early on, we ran one of our screen plays at the beginning of the game kind of to see how they were guarded. And then once I rolled and got position, they didn't double team me, so right after that, we just knew all game we was going to try to force it inside as much as we can.
With the rich tradition that UNC basketball has, what does that mean that you would be the first player ever in program history to have the stat line that you had tonight?
Yeah, it's crazy to think just so many great bigs have played here, but I'm just glad I can kind of cement myself somewhere in that conversation.
Armando, what are your thoughts on the performance Puff gave you guys? He does 2 quick threes like he was feeling. Have you seen that in practice?
Yeah, it was huge, especially just us going later on in the season, just with the tournament coming up. We needed more depth, and just him just seizing his opportunity and going out there and knocking down those shots. It was great, and I just was proud of him, and hopefully he can continue on because we need a scoring spark off the bench.
What can he bring you moving forward?
Toughness. He plays so hard, and when he can shoot the ball like that, it's really hard to defend, especially just coming in at the 3 position and also playing the 4 and just being able to space out the floor. It's just great. We needed it.
What about his activity? Like he was knocking some balls around. Maybe didn't get rebounds, but he was keeping things on.
Yeah, it's great. Just how physical he is. In practice, he's always like that. Sometimes we got to actually tell him to chill out a little bit because he get a lot of tic-tac fouls like me, just being so aggressive. But I'm just proud of him and how he played.
Armando, what was the feeling like, or what was kind of said in the huddle when leaky went out and you guys knew he wasn't going to be able to come back?
Yeah, since the beginning of the year, Coach told us that somebody's opportunity would come, and today it was Puff's opportunity. And, as soon as we went out in the second half and Leaky went through the warm-ups and then we knew he couldn't go out, he told Dontrez and Puff to be ready. This is their big opportunity, and, Puffy did great.
Armando, you mentioned screening and rolling yesterday as a way to kind of counter how teams are defending you. Is just that motion, constant motion, kind of the key for you?
Yeah, because, we just put teams in a pinch with the plays we run. I know a lot of the times it look repetitive, but we getting it in different ways, and it's like you got to choose. Are you going to sink in, and then can we kick it to Caleb on the wing, or can we throw it back to Brady? And then, are you going to defend me? So just us having such versatile players all around the floor and just in those screen plays, it just opens up everything for us.
Armando, what did you see when Leaky went down, and obviously knowing what he's meant to the program in the past couple of years, just sort of what was your emotion there?
Yeah, when Leaky came down, just how great he's been defensively for us and just kind of been our heart and soul all year and has been a good leader. Him going out, we just knew that somebody had to step up and be that defensive anchor. And Puff and Dontrez, they did a good job on Seaborn. He's a great player, but we did a good job of containing him and not letting him go too crazy.
Armando, your performance, of course you had the 28, but more than half of your team's points came in the paint. Can you talk about how important it is to have that paint presence to fall back on just for any game, especially coming up with the tournament?
Yeah, every game, Coach, he tells us our emphasis is just try to get in the paint because, we get players in foul trouble, offensive rebounds. Good things just come in the paint. We're a great shooting team, but we always trying to get it in the paint. And we executed that today, and I think it's something that we can look back at and just kind of build on that and see that we can be successful getting into the paint and then shooting the ball.
Take 1 or 2 more for Armando if there is one.
Armando, when you guys went back into the locker room at halftime, did y'all check on Leaky to see how he was since he had been back there since he went down?
Yeah, we knew the severity of it wasn't that bad. He just kind of hit knees with a guy and it kind of got bruised up. So he was just back there working out with Doug. We knew he's fine. He'll be fine on Monday. It's just a little banged up and sore and he got tight.
Armando, this team has struggled on the road first part of the year. I think you've won 4 in a row now on the road. What's been the key in being able to have success?
Just learning how to stay together. Just if it's getting in those huddles on free throw line and just saying, guys, we got this, we can stay together. That's huge for us. And in the beginning of the year, that's kind of what we didn't do. We always just looking at each other, trying to figure out who would make a play to get us back in the game. But when we all play together, especially on the road, we know going into the road, especially in an environment like this, we already down 10-0. So we just got to stay composed. And in the first half, we turned the ball over a lot, but second half, we kind of did a better job of not turning it over. But yeah, that's just the main thing, just being composed.
All right, thank you, Armando.